Hey folks, this is Scott Trotter over here in the historic streets of Pawhuska, Oklahoma. I'm sitting in a really unique spot here in this little triangle shaped parking lot across from the Triangle building, which is on the other side of the Mercantile here in the streets of Pawhuska. You can see behind me the original council building, our city hall, and the Constantine, and we got this bank down here, First National Bank. And that spot's a very unique spot here in town. And specifically, is we have a local gentleman named Lincoln Finley, who is just an absolute amazing human being. This beautiful, unique light that is just everything here. He's all over. And I've got so many really unique experiences in this town where, as I ride around on my bicycle and I would do circles. I mean, just I'd come over here in this parking lot and just ride around and around and coming up with concepts and just what I do, and it works in with my art. But anyway, one night it's literally it's 12 midnight, and I remember I was out here riding. I was in a zone jamming to some music, and over there across the street there's a park bench. And I'll do another piece later over there. We'll talk about that. But from right on that corner, I saw him sitting there looking at me on his bike. And him being Lincoln. And he came across. There wasn't nobody. It's a busy street tonight. There's a lot of cars. But at 12 midnight, there's nothing. And it was just quiet. And I had my earphones in. I was riding around. And Lincoln pops up. And he's looking at me. And I stop right there. And he comes riding over. He hops over the curb, and he comes right here, and he asked me if I want to go see something, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's 12 midnight. Do you want to go see something? Yeah, I'm a goonie. I want to go see something. But I want to show you this piece that was inspired by this little journey, and I'll tell you about the journey. But I want Lincoln next to me. This is a really fun piece. I call this the Sun. It's this childlike version of Lincoln that would come out every now and again. We'd go roll around and do some adventuring. He took me on an adventure at 12 midnight. And here's the inspired piece that led to eventually had anyway. Lincoln, the Sun. Get that camera thing right. So anyway, he comes across the street, this young man, and he wants to go see something. So he takes me on this adventure back over there past, it's this way, back towards the Swinging Bridge, which is a historic place here, a little location. And we went on this little bike ride through this dark area down there in what was called the Bottoms. And we're rolling through there, and I ain't got no lights much in the way on, and he doesn't have, I don't think, anything on his bike either. And we're just rolling around through there, and I've got a buffalo head on my bike. So dogs don't like that. And we had a moment where this little pack of dogs was following us and trying to nip at us, and we were running through this little dark area. These dogs chase us, and it eventually led to me putting on these snake boots, because I've been attacked by dogs a couple times, and one of them was with him this night. We're riding around, and there was some guy that stood at his porch and shined us with a spotlight, and I think he had a gun. I'm wondering what we're doing that late out. But he took me to this house over here in the backside of things, and I can't remember exactly who owns it. It's somebody, I think he's got a red roof. Anyway, this little house, it was like, I don't even know if it was like a one-bedroom house, maybe two, one-bedroom house, I think. And it was tiny, and Lincoln led me over there to show me how he's like, there used to be just in this one house there was 13 kids that lived in this house. And he talked about all these kids playing on this big area, and today it's no longer there. It's just the house has been torn down. There's just nothing. And Lincoln here is remembering these times of as a child and playing in those places, and he'd share that with me. And this is him as this child, the version of him, the son, and this youthful spirit that found me out here one night. And we went on a little adventure that led to some amazing things, and he inspired me in so many ways. Lincoln Finley, he's you see him in a lot of my work, and he's amazing. So I'm gonna keep working on some other pieces, but this is Lincoln Finley, and we'll go check out that park bench here in the streets of Pawhuska, Oklahoma. He's a very unique man, and thank you for viewing this art.